There is money sitting in your billing system right now that belongs to you. Claims have been submitted, the services were rendered, but that revenue is sitting in a queue that nobody has touched in 3 weeks. The industry benchmark for accounts receivable is straightforward: collect payment within 30 days of service. Medical practices aim to keep over 65% of their total AR securely in that 0 to 30-day window. This area chart shows why that window matters. Accounts under 30 days are highly recoverable, collecting at rates above 95%. But as the timeline expands past 120 days, the probability of collection drops below 50%. That means nearly half of your revenue is permanently lost on every single claim that slips through the cracks. Aging AR is a mathematical indicator of unrecoverable cash. To make matters worse, external pressures are accelerating this drop-off. Commercial insurers and Medicare Advantage plans have systematically increased their initial claim denial rates over the last few years. This bar chart comparing historical data makes the trend visible. Kodiak Solutions reported initial denial rates spiking to 11.81% in 2024. At the exact same time, overall revenue leakage across the industry jumped by roughly 25%. Every denied claim demands an immediate follow-up, but small internal billing teams are already stretched thin trying to navigate dozens of entirely different payer portals simultaneously. Each of those portals has its own specific rules and quirks. If the staff member who knows how to navigate a specific insurer's system calls in sick or takes a new job, that institutional knowledge vanishes, and the 30-day queue immediately piles up. Those missed follow-ups and climbing denial rates point to a clear reality: the system itself is pushed far beyond its intended capacity. Working the 30-day AR queue is incredibly dense administrative work. Resolving a single delayed claim is a multi-stage process that eats up vast staff time. A biller has to log into the specific payer portal, locate the exact claim, decipher the denial reason, pull the clinical documentation, draft an appeal, and submit it using payer-specific terminology. Multiply that sequence by hundreds of claims a day. Finding people who can execute that sequence accurately is difficult. Staffing a team with AAPC or AHIMA certified coding specialists who genuinely understand modifiers, medical necessity language, and EOB interpretation is a massive hiring hurdle. This stacked block visualization breaks down the true cost of hiring internally. You start with a $37,000 base salary, but once you stack benefits, paid time off, and turnover costs on top, a single in-house biller costs between $90,000 and $140,000 a year. Paying an overwhelmed, expensive internal resource to endlessly navigate repetitive payer portals is a mathematically losing strategy for any practice owner. Mid-size outpatient practices are solving this by changing their structure. Instead of forcing internal staff to absorb the growing workload, they isolate the 30-day AR follow-up workflow and hand it to a dedicated, credentialed external team. Looking at this conceptual routing diagram, you can see how an external service like Staffingly operates. The external specialists work directly inside your existing EMR, Epic, Athena, eClinicalWorks, and others. There is no screen share lag and no data translation layer. Practices bypass the traditional recruiting and training bottlenecks entirely, going live with this new structural engine in exactly 14 days. During that 2-week window, the transition is completely systematized. The external team handles the EMR access setup, masters the client-specific protocols, and aligns on strict quality thresholds before a single claim is touched. True workflow optimization means taking the most complex, time-consuming bottleneck in your practice and carving it out for specialists to handle. The economics of this model are highly efficient. Instead of absorbing the $140,000 fully loaded cost of an internal hire, Staffingly's dedicated service costs exactly $399 per week per seat. There are no training overhead or turnover costs. The human workflow is backed by AI-augmented tools. Smart routing technology directs each specific claim to the specialist best suited for that exact payer, while predictive workload management ensures the queue never silently builds up. Combining AI-assisted workflows with certified human specialists yields precise results. Across more than 800 practices, the error rate stays below 1%. This dashboard interface shows the transparency of the model. Practice leadership receives weekly KPI reports that detail exact throughput, accuracy, and return on investment. You see exactly how the queue is moving. If your 30-day AR queue is growing, you have a structural problem. Abandon the internal bottleneck and initiate a 14-day pilot to stop the leak.